Has been showing us some fascinating material about projects that are in the works. Right
Yes.
here behind us, this is an ADB project.
It's a ADB DOTR. So ADB funded the consultancy work, and DOTR, in cooperation with the Pasig City government, is going to implement it.
So if this is implemented, this is basically making, I suppose, making a huge part of EDSA in the Ortigas area
Pedestrian-friendly.
more pedestrian-friendly.
So the big problem with the EDSA MRT at Ortigas is when you get down, there's almost no sidewalk. So our solution is to elevate the
Wait, where are we? This is
Galleria.
that's Galleria. Okay.
Which is
EDSA. Okay.
Yeah, this is EDSA, and we're actually connecting to the MRT at the elevated level. You don't have to go down to access Galleria.
Or POA on the other side.
Or POEA on the other side is still through the existing up and down.
Yes,
Although we were doing studies on how to improve that, but that's like phase 3 of the project.
Sige, okay.
The initial
Maybe we can
phase,
play
yes.
the video.
Maybe
Play
we can
natin.
play the
Go
video.
tayo. Okay, so.
The green line is the pedestrian
Yes,
overpass.
the green line is actually the planters along the side of the...
Okay.
So this is a very wide elevated sidewalk, which is 4.5 meters wide.
Poveda.
So this is SMDC, there's a building coming up. This is ADB, the next one. I'm sorry.
Yan, ADB. Okay, on the left.
So right now you have to go down to almost no sidewalk, and there's coordination already with Mega Mall to connect this elevated. So you get out of your MRT, and then you can go either way to Galleria or to SF, and then we turn left.
Can we pause?
now
Can we
facing
pause?
where?
Can we pause from here? Kaya bang i-pause? Ayan, okay. Paulo, pause tayo. No? I just want to situate ourselves. No?
Yes.
So we passed Poveda doon. We started Galleria. We passed Poveda. This is still ADB.
This is ADB. This is the corner of ADB, and that's SM.
This is not Julia Vargas.
No, this is not Julio Vargas.
Ito yung maliit na kalye.
Exit.
Yes,
Ah,
yung
yeah.
exit ng parking ng SM.
Tama. Okay, sige. So play. Diretso tayo. So bababa tayo ngayon dito.
Hindi, nasa elevated pa tayo. And then the ADB has allowed us to pass in between them, and we've talked to the property owners already.
Oh, this is where the parking lot
Yes,
behind
this is the
Podium
parking lot. Tapos bababa tayo dito sa ADB Avenue. So itong elevated, ang ginagamit natin ay rampa. So that means theoretically you can bring your bike, which is allowed on the MRT, and come down. May bike hub tayo.
Okay.
For the bikers coming to CBD, they can take a shower. May lockers doon. Tapos may maliit tayong park dito sa Opal.
Yes.
Pagdating sa Opal, we can cross to that little park that Ortigas already has.
Near Emerald.
Near Emerald. And then cross this park. This is Ortigas Park, is existing. Tapos tatawid tayo at grade. Ito inayos na natin.
Ito inaayos na.
And then cross the post office into Onyx Road.
Okay.
And then Onyx Road, may parkway tayo because we found out that the road is much too wide for the requirements of traffic. One side will be turned into a park, and then we cross to the edge of Meralco and all the way to Metro Walk. So now we've connected the interior of the Ortigas CBD. We did a study. Originally, people had to get down in that ridiculous sidewalk, and it took them about 30 minutes, some of them, to get to their offices. This will cut their walking time by about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. It's more comfortable, it's safe. A lot of people get hit by the cell phone snatchers here. The thought is and this will be maintained both by OCAI, the local association. There's the cooperation of the local government passing on this side, and then everyone will now be connected. These are the possibilities for pedestrianization that is also being planned actually for Kalayaan and BGC. That's part of the build for infrastructure. And there are other plans all the way to Quezon Ave. But this is already designed. It's just waiting for funding to be released.
Sige, Paulo, pause muna tayo. Let's pause this. But we're showing this for two reasons. One, not just to show Ortigas and the developments there. But use this as an example, not just of what we can look forward to, but still to go back to what are the existing problems right now. But before we get into that, let's just clarify. This is a real, not a plan, not a proposal. This is a real project
Yes,
that will
it's a
happen.
project. This is a project of the DOTR. The engineering, design and engineering was funded by the ADB.
Okay.
This is going to be implemented also in cooperation with the projects of the Pasig City in the interiors. So it's all with the cooperation of all of the stakeholders.
So it's a public-private partnership.
It's a public-private partnership. Well, mostly public.
Okay.
So this is proof of concept that the government can, if it had the will, produce pedestrian projects that will benefit everyone.
Okay, now as you said, another example is further down EDSA
Yes.
sa may Buendia MRT.
Yes, there are plans to also have a similar greenway to connect from EDSA all the way to the interior of BGC.
Oh, kasi walang problema yung bababa and then you're in Buendia Avenue. But
Yes.
on the other
On
side,
the other side, getting into BGC,
ang layo na lalakarin mo doon, hanggang 30
tapos
seconds.
kumumulan, walang protection, and it's not well lit. So this will address the needs of thousands of workers in BGC to get from EDSA to the BGC business district.
Okay, so let's pause this. Let's pause the video para hindi distracting sa ano. Because my question is, okay, aganda tong isipin, ano? And it's nice, as you said, you brought stakeholders together.
Yes.
One of my pet peeves is why can't stakeholders get together on something like, for example, there's a lot of foot traffic between EDSA Shangri-La and Mega Mall.
Yes.
But for you to get from EDSA Shangri-La to Mega Mall, lalabas ka sa kalye, iikot ka sa driveway nung dalawa, it's as if, wag tayo magpansinan ng kapitbahay at bahala na. And on the other side of, on the other end of EDSA, sa north,
Yes.
bakit yung trinoma hindi pwedeng kumabit sa the block ng SM? 'Di ba? And then make it easier for people. What's going on there?
Well, it's really competition amongst developers. And there are options that have been discussed. I understand that the Trinoma shared station is already agreed upon. So it will happen. Yung Shangri-La and Mega Mall, eventually, I believe that these two players will see it fit to cooperate so that hindi ka dadaan sa butas ng karayom, just get from one to the other because there are safety issues. I mean, if they don't, maybe social media can force them to do so because you have literally
Can't
thousands.
LGUs force them to do that like Mandaluyong?
That's Mandaluyong. Actually, that's
Can't Mandaluyong
Yes.
say, hoy, andyan na yung EDSA Siang, ito na yun, kapiraso na lang.
Yes.
Sagot ko na yung overpass or whatever para magdikit na kayo, para hindi na
Pwede
bumababa
yun.
sa...
Depende sa priority ng Mandaluyong. Personally, we have not had any interactions with Mandaluyong for that connection. Although it was suggested, ginagawa namin to kasi tidiretso sana at tatawid hanggang sa siyang itong elevated. But sa ngayon, the budget is only allocated for this phase 1. So that's already in the pipeline.
Sir, I'll just squeeze this in. Ito, timetables nito. For example, itong Ortigas project and then yung Buendia project, what are we looking at?
Next
by when?
year.
Ang construction.
Yes.
But finishing is by when?
Within a year. It's not
that's
it's not a big project. Kumpara sa mga flyover or skyways, because the amount of building is limited to just this elevator and it's just people, mabilis to.
These are metal structures.
These are metal structures. So
Parang prefab siya.
So you'll just
Walang
build
buhos,
the
walang buhos.
Walang buhos. These are all prefab. It will be quickly put up. The reason our project for the rest of Ortigas got stalled was just the lack of coordination for utilities. So now we've learned from that, and this should be no problem. So it's a proof of concept for other districts and other places in the metro. that all of these interventions, especially because they're not less than 1 billion pesos, it can be done. This particular phase 1 is about 260 M.
But the quality of this and the look and feel of
this is international level.
Parang Hong Kong na
Parang
mga
Hong Kong, Singapore,
walkway.
the walkways that we have, the standards that
It will
we're
not
using.
look like an extension of Mount Kamuning.
No, it's not Mount Kamuning because tinan nyo.
Mountain range ako din.
Sierra Madre na yung
At
tawag
saka,
dyan.
yung ano namin is based on previous studies of pedestrian counts. All of this is backed by studies on where people go, where people need to go, where people need to walk.
Yeah.
And also we had a layer of bike path because Pasig is very serious about a bike system.
And this illustrates your point that, look, the majority of the people using our roads are actually pedestrians
Yes.
and commuters.
Yes.
At the same time, they're actually cheaper to provide for. Diba?
Much-
You can
much
actually
less
serve
expensive.
more
Yes.
people
Yes.
at a cheaper cost, and you're actually doing the more sensible thing. I mean, even as a politician, you can tell politicians you're actually getting more votes this way.
That's true. And at the end of the day, it's also efficiencies of all of this. Your CBDs rely on how soon your people get to work and how late they can stay before they lose time in that walk.
Okay.
So now we're cutting 15, 20 minutes at the start and 15, 20 minutes at the end. So that's close to an hour more efficient they can become if we had this system in. So that reduces also the requirement for the FXS inside. It reduces the amount of traffic. The studies that we did along with some other consultants from the UP and a traffic consultant has shown that we can reduce per hour we were burning about 100,000 pesos worth of fuel because of traffic. With these improvements, along with signalization, which Pasig is going to do, we are going to improve traffic by about 15 minutes in terms of travel time. So this Ortigas interventions, along with the ones in Makati, have proven that if we look at pedestrianization, it helps the overall transport system.